So, what are we doing?
We're doing the
Just like loose
post-session
ends?
session.
Yeah, like a.
Yeah, like unclear if we have like a downtime or something
No.
we need to do here.
I
Um,
can't.
because we talked about like going to town and back if we needed to. Um,
I mean, what I've heard is that y'all wanted to hide the ring and give Bloodhound to a Furrier, or whatever they were called. The House
yeah.
Furrier.
Uh-huh. Um,
And I just wanted to, have us actually discuss where the ring is going and not just say, oh, it's hidden off somewhere. And if it matters where it actually is, then we have that.
sure, because like football's has seen stuff before, and we just kind of said that. We're just like, oh, it's hidden, whatever.
Yeah, but
Um,
at that point, you were physically at the location, and I am under the impression you want to hide the ring not in Castle Von Eyre.
That's right.
sure,
Yes.
but
Okay.
okay. So where's the library you mentioned? Just out of curiosity, Kit.
Right here, right by Lutile's tower.
Destroyed
Oh, okay.
library right there.
Oh, okay. So,
So, I mean, we could, on our way back, we could cut this way, take a couple days, drop it off at the library, then come.
yeah.
I mean, it was just an idea. It's not like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking like I'm honestly I kind of prefer the idea of dropping it off at one of the strongholds because I feel like we can at least defend that. Um, have a bit more say of who goes in, and it's easier for us to keep an eye out as opposed to like it being somewhere we're not going to visit regularly. Um, but up to you guys. Other preferences.
I mean, I like the idea of the library, and I think that's what we agreed on too.
I don't know, cause like my reservation is like we don't know who's there still. Like if there's like if anyone could stumble upon it. It's my concern.
Well, I mean, if we put it at one of the strongholds again, anyone can stumble across it as well.
No, because we can defend the strongholds. We can keep people from entering the strongholds.
But
it's not like
followers that are at
Yeah,
the
like-
strongholds.
Random people go through the library potentially, and it's not guarded. I think that's what
Right.
Gabe's trying to say. Like, if you go to the Rookery and give it to the Master of Ravens, he has it.
well, I wouldn't necessarily give it to him, but we could still put it there, or we could put it in
Right.
Dovtop's stronghold,
Yeah.
whichever. But we can like I'm saying like I'm thinking like the fewer people that know about it, the better.
Right.
But we can do something like that.
where is Doftop's stronghold?
It's in
It's in
Zonesa.
town.
And what? It's a temple again?
Yeah.
It's a temple / church.
Yeah. And for the record, temples, keeps, and towers, those types of strongholds can all be defended against sieges.
Yes.
You could have a fight in an establishment, but like there's established rules like you can defend. So I'm thinking there must be defenses at the temple.
Yeah.
So either one, the Rookery is a keep, so it has more defenses, but it is a bit more remote. I don't know. Whichever way you guys want to go with that.
Yeah, I'm good with like either of the options. But they both sound. I mean, if one of the things we talked about too was it being sort of close by in case we came into a situation where we needed it. That I guess that's a point in favor of having it in one of the strongholds.
Yeah, because then anyone who was like, okay, we're about to go on a really dangerous mission, we need to get this, then we don't need to make any detours. We just assume we start the session with it.
Can we put it somewhere in the temple where people wouldn't be able to like find it? Like not just
yeah.
like
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
the point is that we're not trying to tell anyone who's at the stronghold that we have it, but it's a general thing of like this. We hide it somewhere in the stronghold where no one knows where it is, but because it's a stronghold, at the very least, there's like random passerbys going in.
okay, I guess that'd be all right. Like
So
tuck it behind
somebody
a
could just
brick.
walk through the library with detect magic on a first level spell and be like, "Oh, found this cool ring."
Yeah, and then cast another first level spell, identify, to figure out what it is.
Yeah. So just adding additional security measures to have that.
Cool.
All right.
So is there a preference of which stronghold?
So less foot traffic in the rookery.
Yes, and we have established that there are portals to the rookery from Zarmensa, so we can get there instantly as part of a downtime.
Because of your portal smith follower?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there will be portal to the rookery. There isn't.
I thought that was already
Currently.
like that was the whole point, is that we like when I got the finished level up of
The what level up?
finished construction of the rookery, that's I got the portal smith, and therefore I have the portal.
Yeah, you get the portal smith, but you haven't met them yet.
That's true.
Okay. So I do that in the downtime then?
Yeah, or like if you end up going to where they are, then you'll meet them.
As a mission?
No, like right now, like where you're going. They're in a place. If you go there, you'll meet them.
What place?
Well, there's only two places that you're currently thinking of going. It's one of those two.
This is not at all clear.
It's either the Rookery or Zernemsa.
Okay. So I go there, I meet them, and they establish the portal, and then good.
Right.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, so yes. So setting aside that we haven't done that scene yet, that would be the case. And so we could have easy access to the rookery such that it's basically in town despite the fact that it's further away.
Yeah.
So it's still remote. It's still harder to get to for anyone trying to go there and get the ring. But we can still reinforce. We still get there really easily.
How much do you trust the Master of Ravens?
I feel like at this point, we've built up a rapport. And also, I'm not saying we tell anyone there that the ring is there. I just hide it in the rookery.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Yep.
Sure.
Cool. So Footfalls hides the ring in the rookery somewhere. I don't know how specific we need to get.
I mean, we don't need to be specific yet, but are you guys going to deal with Bloodhound first, or?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So where do you go to deal with that? Do you go to Vrog, or do you go past him to the tower, or what?
So, I mean, who is the person we give Bloodhound to? Do we just give it to Vrog?
So Frog is of that clan, and he'd be able to, take
Pass it
it,
along?
know that you guys found it and brought it back. Or you could, bypass him, go straight to the tower, and yeah,
The tower being that other tower?
this
within
tower,
alley?
the
With
tower
the one
of the
with the eye?
watchful eye.
Right. Okay. And that's where some other orcs are?
Yeah, that's like the main orc headquarters in the area.
Sure. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but we could like talk to Vrog and then go with him to the orc headquarters. Just meet some new characters.
Yeah.
I don't really have any stake in the game right now, so yeah.
Okay. So you guys are presumably walking to the camp.
Um,
How long did it take us last time?
1, 2, 3 days.
What?
One for each square.
X.
Yeah, that is a hex.
Hex. One for each hexagon.
I mean, we kind of have to walk since there's no real, other option.
There's another option.
There's
There's another option.
You can fly there and then walk here and then rest and then fly back.
The tower is secure enough?
This tower?
Yeah. Well, I mean, how would we know? We don't know.
No.
Well, I mean, you just posed the idea of taking a long rest there and then flying back.
It's a giant tower on the mountain.
I mean, even if it was secure, and I think it is, because we did daylight kill a lot of vampires there. There's still a lot of just dead bodies that I'd rather not spend a week around.
well, yeah. I mean, no one's advocating to stay at Von Eyre, but it's just a matter of like how close is Vrog for context, I guess.
How close is what?
Vrog.
Frog is 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both 3 days.
Like,
No, Frog is 3 days and the tower is 4.
Oh, okay.
so what's just like talking to the group? What's stopping us from just walking? It's the potential of us getting jumped when we're low on resources, right?
Unless we're talking to Eric and just being like, hey, speaking out of game here, are you gonna not jump us because you wanted to make this short?
I won't jump you.
Okay.
The other thing, the other facet of this is like, Windwalk lasts 8 hours,
Oh, right. You can
and you can
turn into a person and then turn back into a
person,
cloud.
taking a minute, and then do stuff, and then turn back into a cloud.
Oh, you
Okay.
just do it. My bad.
Yeah. Does that mean will we have enough left over to go all the way back to Zarnitz after that?
8 hours is 20 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Provided we don't spend more than like an hour talking to Frog.
Yeah, let's just get in, say, here's the sword, have fun, bye.
Or go to
And
the
get
rookery.
Hmm.
And get the
You can
portal.
go to Vrog, the tower, the rookery, and Zernemsa.
Let's go.
Okay.
Are we gonna
This
have
is
to
a pretty
like
great spell.
collect, call, like smash our speech together so we don't waste too much time?
Well, also, I mean, if we wind up only making it to the rookery, we can take a long rest there, at the very least.
Yeah, and also if you take like a whole hour, like you're gonna end up here instead of here, and this area is not particularly dangerous.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Like it
These
was
days were
dangerous
there
when you were
before.
first level, but you're 9th and something else level.
Yeah. Cool. Let's do it.
All right. Daftoff, you turn everyone into clouds, and then you fly south
Mhm.
and wind up at the Orcish camp that you were at not too long ago.
Do we just just show up for
Yeah, I imagine you just kind
for
of
bros in misform and just poof
yeah,
it over the
Poof.
course of a minute reform into a body?
yeah.
I say we do it just outside of town because probably the only other experience these people have had with people
Misform.
turning
Misform.
back is vampire.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, you turn back into people before, like, coming across a couple Orcish guards, and, they recognize you, you recognize them. You walk into camp, and Vrog is there, and he greets you. He's like, good to see you again. Have you dealt with your problem?
Painfully.
We did, and dealt with your problem too.
Excellent. What do you mean?
We killed most of the vampires at Castle Von Eyre.
You killed most of the vampires of Castle Von Eyre.
Painfully, but yes.
Including Von Eyre.
Oh yeah. Side note.
Did you
Eric,
stake their hearts?
Hearts.
Well, a lot of them, if not
Lack
all
of
of them,
hearts?
descended into a pile of ash.
Daylight tends to kill them pretty good, we found.
Right. Yes, daylight would do that, yes. They die in daylight. Good.
And I motion to Finric. We have something for you.
Do you?
Yeah.
What is it?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. What is it?
He said, what is it?
Oh, sorry.
I'm curious.
Yeah, so we found this orcish sword,
And I hand it to him.
He takes it. This is a bloodhound. Did Ire have this?
We don't really know. He was kind of just mixed amongst all of his treasures and stuff.
This is incredible. We've not made a new one in such a long time. I would. And he goes to call for one of his men. There's Grog, come.
They're all named Frog.
Grog.
Oh, okay.
He's Grog. This is Vrog. Next one's Frog.
Mm-hmm.
This is the ROG group. Oh,
The frog, rog dogs.
Yeah.
They're a Republic of Gamers.
I need you to take a message to the elders. And it's like, tells him, tell them we have the Bloodhound and Aya has been killed. And then the guy's eyes just go wide. He's like, okay, yeah, sure. And he just like bolts it. This is important news. Thank you, all of you. This is more than I ever expected. Fenric, you've come a very long way.
Well, I can't take much credit here. This is mostly the work of Dovtoff and Footfalls, but I guess I did a little.
We're a team. All four of us.
Well then, it would seem Grumsh smiled upon you all.
Can he smile? I thought he was just an eye.
He is. I don't know. You can smile with your eyes, right?
Smizing.
Yes. That. Well, if you'd like to stay, we are going to be making an excellent feast to celebrate the death of Von Eyre.
We cannot say.
Unfortunately, we're on a bit of a ticking clock, so to speak.
Okay. Fair enough. We will celebrate in your honor.
Yes,
And
a toast to us and to Urigalin's aid, and to Grumsh.
Grumsh.
So you, unless you have anything else to do, I assume, turn back into smoke.
Sorry. I have something before we go to the rookery, but if anyone else has anything right now.
Yeah, I guess Dov just says, so keep up the good work, to holding down this area, and when the battle with the Deep One really gets cooking, we're gonna count on you.
And we'll be there. With Grumsh at our backs and Urigalin at yours.
Dov nods and smiles, taps his shield.
Cool. Kit, are you talking about what I'm thinking you're talking about?
No.
Okay, then you are free to do that.
But before we go, also, I think, Footfall's gonna nudge Fenric and be like, we need to stay in touch with them.
Yes, but I don't see a clear way to get us to communicate easily. They're so far.
Perhaps we show them our maps and tell them if they never need assistance to send a messenger.
That's a good plan.
And perhaps one day the train can come this way.
Yes, that sounds like an excellent plan. Yes, maybe we can talk to Frog before we leave and mention the train so we can tell everyone in the clan about it. It sounds like a good project for me to head up, building tracks out east.
So I'm going to go over to Brog and kind of just relay that information. Just like give him a general idea of what we know of the area and the maps out west, and then talk to him about the train. I'm not sure he's familiar with it, but yeah, and then talk to him about building tracks.
Yeah, he, smiles widely. Is like, I knew the Kingdom of Fire, Summer. They had metal contraptions of such. What it is called? Locomotion. But to think that I would see one is not in my wildest dreams. I'd be
Yes,
happy
it would.
for it to make its way here.
Yeah, they're quite fascinating machines. I was very surprised when I saw one. Hopefully, sometime soon we'll be able to have much quicker transportation between the east.
Yes, that would be helpful, I think. If our armies are to come to your aid, we'll need transport.
And if we must come to your aid,
Or that.
do not hesitate to call upon us. Okay. I think that wraps it up, at least for this. I don't know what Kit wanted it to do.
Yes, I was just going to say maybe we should look in the Castle Von Eyre's library before we did all this to actually see if we can find the archive, the very thing we came to find.
True.
I will say there is not a map to where the archive is. He did not write it down.
And we already established that the orcs don't know
Right.
about it.
Yeah, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken, one of the things we talked about last session was that there was an idea that it was in the general vicinity of Castle Von Eyre, and there was some talk about using Mistform to try and find it.
There was talk about that, yes.
Yeah. That might be something we do another session. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that would be more of a session
Yeah,
thing.
that feels like a full thing.
Yeah.
The archive redux we're actually searching for it this time.
This time we're using the Dewey Decimal System.
Use our brains instead of our brawn. Yeah, it's like, did we as characters know that it was somewhere in the area? Did we have any way of intuiting that?
I forget why I told you
Yeah.
that it was in the area,
I think that was
but
like,
your characters do know that.
Okay.
yeah, I think through our conversation with Von Eyre, and he was like telling us that he knew the answer. He kind of implied that it was near.
I know we've talked and planned this session about like looking at that big map and saying, oh well, let's just misform back there. But like we planar traveled to here to this point. Do we know where we are?
I mean, you will like
Finric has been this way before.
yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, for that purpose. Yep.
You have a frame of reference, and so you know that way is home, essentially.
And then we'll start flying that way, pick up landmarks along the way. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Right.
you'll see the forest
High
and the
enough altitude.
temple and Marutka and all that, and you're like,
Tower,
oh, okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Got it.
Which is why I just let you know where you are.
Okay. So, we'll go to the rookery.
All right.
Sure. Kit had something to do.
No, my thing was just figuring out where the archive actually
Right.
was.
Yeah. Yeah, so you fly to the rookery.
We leave the camp before we transfer back to Mist.
Right. You uncover a different hex that I didn't expect you would, so I'll uncover that. And yeah, you fly off.
You put us on that map.
Oh, did I not? Yes.
Players.
Cool. Yeah, it was this one.
What as we fly in that direction, what are these hovels, houses?
That's a town.
Just flew over town. What did it look like?
Gothic, run down.
Okay.
What sort of inhabitants, if any?
Yeah, you see humanoids, probably humans. Mostly doing farm work.
Okay, so is it like about the size of Maruka or something?
It's a little smaller.
Okay, so
Plus,
just
Maruka's
another,
gotten
like,
pretty big recently.
sure.
This maybe is like 100 people.
Okay. So just another like lost settlement out of contact from before.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make a new mission to try and get in contact with these guys. Because if we could extend the railroad down this way as well, that could give us a whole other. We could get in contact with the orcs. We can have this whole area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, just out of curiosity, Kit, when you did the mission that you went by the destroyed library, did you go all the way down here? Is that what this is about?
Oh, that was with Craig, not Phelan.
Yeah.
Then I would have no idea about it. All these missions blend together.
Who was on that mission? Albrecht, Henry, Craig,
Victor.
And
Tim? Who does Tim play? Is he there?
Tim. Yes. The Candy Mage.
That's right.
His name is Candy Mage?
No, that's just the only thing I remember. Mistletoe Evergreen.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Gotta look at this character sheet.
He's hilarious. I want him to play again.
It was quite a session in so many different ways.
Oh, yeah. They lost a very important thing to a very important NPC.
Oh, fuck that. God fucking damn it. Son of a bitch.
Should I just tell
stupid
him?
Fucking deal in the entirety of the goddamn.
I think Victor did it. But he gave
Victor did do it.
the Animus Creatrix to Drolnoff.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Yep.
I remember reading about
Fucking
that.
pit beamed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm so excited to stat that out.
Fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it. I could have done so much with that. So much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you died, so, you know.
I could have come back.
Yeah.
I chose not to
Yeah,
because,
he had
like,
an option.
several of them more. Yeah, it would have been too much party conflict, but.
Yeah. It was a fun session.
Damn it.
But yeah, you should definitely. I don't know what I was gonna say. So you're flying to the rookery.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why did I do that? Whatever. I'll just keep it. It's a forest. You knew that it was a forest. So you fly to the rookery. You cross the bridge, and inside there is a work crew of kobolds who are like working on the second story. I think the keep first level is just like a first story defensible structure, and then they start working on the second?
Pretty much, there's like a little bit of renovations going on
Yeah.
the first story.
Like they
yeah.
have cleaned out the old harpy nests. The bird has more like a stable, not just a room, that it's going to grow out of. There are battlements prepared. Yeah, it's like a defensible structure now, not just a bridge.
Yeah, definitely some remodeling, really like, putting in more light in the kitchen to,
Yeah.
make
Get
it feel
like a
at
nice
home.
island to
And,
like help with the
yeah,
cooking.
exactly. But you got to put it just far enough away from the counter so that you can still open up the dishwasher.
Yeah.
You
don't want it getting in the way.
Right. It's got all my favorite appliances there.
Yeah.
Really, it's all about that stove.
Anyway,
There's some really tasteful crowning on all the walls.
yeah. One of the kobolds
those
notices
sconces.
you,
Oh.
and like kind of recognizes you, and is like, "Oh yes," and runs off on all fours to go find the Master of Ravens, who comes by, but is accompanied by someone.
Who is he accompanied by?
So it's this. Let me get a picture so I can better describe her. Have it ready. I just need it. There is this tall, kind of like twiggy blue woman dressed in green robes with like kind of like a half armored skirt and like a pauldron. She's maybe like 7 feet tall, blue hair, purpley blue skin, and is trailed by these like clouds in her wake. And she looks at you, Footfalls, and bows and is like, "It is good to meet you, Footfalls. I have heard much about you. I am Arin of the Dancing Haze."
Okay, Footfalls responds by saying back to her in her voice, "It is good to meet you," and then inserts her name, Arin of the Dancing Haze, in the bit where she has said Footfalls.
Right.
And so it sounds a little disjointed, but
yeah. I understand that you're in need of a portal.
yes, please.
I would be amenable to that. I don't know if you've spoken with the self-proclaimed lord of this area, but Premier Vladiziva you might want to consult him about this. I'm willing to do it either way, but it is worth looking into.
This is the first time you've brought up any such lord, Eric.
That is true.
Who is this guy? Do I know him? Or
I don't
is
think
it something that no, the character would not have heard of him?
No, you wouldn't have heard of him.
Can I get that name one more time?
Premier Vladiziva.
That's a hell of a name.
I can spell it for you. Hold on.
Promir sounds like a title.
It is.
Promir. Oh, Lataziva.
Oh.
Lataviza.
Put it in chat. Put it in chat.
Hold on. I gotta. How do I take chat so that I can do both? Nope. What's going on?
Also, if you could put in her name as well.
Promir Lataziva.
Promir.
What did I call her? Arn of the Dancing Haze?
That's what you said.
Just want to make sure I don't come up with a different name on the spot.
So self-proclaimed ruler of the area. Is that what he said?
Yes, self-proclaimed lord of the region,
Lord.
or like this mountain range.
Okay.
I'm sure my compatriots here know where this Premier Visa. Okay, that is
Ladaziva.
Kit Ladaziva. That is Kit mispronouncing that. Phelan would have been able to pronounce that correctly.
Okay.
But I am rather new to the area. Could you point out his dwelling, his
course.
castle, his...
And she goes to walk out onto the bridge, walks across it
As-
a fair bit.
As she goes out, I'm just going to quickly, go, does anyone know who that is?
No idea.
Okay, just making sure. I follow.
Yeah.
Um,
Tough and Footfalls, having been here kind of the longest, look to each other and be like, shrug.
Yeah, just shrug.
She goes outside, crosses the bridge, and points northeast, right there, to this big column of smoke. Over
Okay.
there is Mount Kosenko.
Oh, right.
That
Yes.
is where he
We've seen
dwells.
it before. Okay.
And like I said, I'm happy to do it without his permission, but thought I'd mention it.
He doesn't happen to be a dragon.
Oh no. He's a giant.
What is he? Oh, okay. Okay. Dovtop, having spent some significant time with Finric, looks to Finric.
Yeah. Finric's eyes go kind of wide and go,
I can probably talk to him.
Yeah, talk. Yeah, that's definitely what you mean by that. They're definitely not a favorite enemy.
By smoking, do you mean volcano, or
Yes,
do you mean
it's a
really?
volcano.
Okay.
It's a big ass
So that means-
volcano.
So that means fire giants.
Probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
I'm nothing
This
if
is
not
a-
subtle.
By smoking, it's just like a normal amount of smoke that a volcano normally puts out, right? It's not like erupting right now.
No, it's not a currently active volcano, but it is a volcano that
Yeah,
does smoke.
yes, they put out smoke regularly. Yeah.
Especially one that most likely probably has a fire giant, maybe doing some fire giant-y shit.
Possibly.
Mhm.
Footfalls. Okay. Before I start talking,
hold on one second. I gotta move my car really quick.
sure.
Sorry, I'll be back.
All right. Just to clarify, Eric.
Yeah.
Footfalls has better vision than most people. Does he see anything else as part of
I mean, it's
just from this? I know it's really
obscured.
distance. Yeah.
It's obscured by another mountain.
Okay. All right. So it's not like Mount Doom. It stands out from all the other mountains.
No, it's
It's
just a mountain
Okay.
in many. It just also happens to be a volcano.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. So I feel like we can deal with a giant better than we can deal with a red dragon.
Yeah,
uh,
and that feels like a mission for another day as well.
yes. Sure does.
Yes, I want you making more missions.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of missions we can make. Yeah, because I don't know if you know, Kit, but Mike has a mission that he wants to do as well. It's relating to one of the events, the new events that we have.
Yeah, we got a bunch of ticking clocks now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so those events, I think most of them are on your schedules. As in they'll happen when you let them happen.
Okay.
But some of them are not.
Yeah. Mostly, it's the thing that
Oh wait,
concerns
no, I'm
us
just
is
wrong.
Well,
2 of
We
them are
switch-
clocks, and then one of them is roll once per month.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but slow death is kind of the one we need to deal with.
Yeah.
Sickness ain't great either.
You're right, that too.
The clocks are bad,
Yeah.
but good bad.
Right,
Yeah.
which is why, maybe after you guys are done with the tome mission,
Should address
Maybe
one
we
of
can-
those clocks
yes, for sure.
after we go back to the archive.
Okay, so many loose threads to tie up.
Yes, the more
And then
loose
we have-
threads, the more times we have to play.
Oh, what a burden!
Back.
Oh boy, wow. Playing more D&D, what a tragedy. Man, I've been playing football so much that I fucking rhyme things on my own now. Okay. So,
Miss Aaron of the Dancing Haze.
Aaron. Yes.
Aaron. My bad. So you can create portals?
Among other things, yes. I have
How much
knowledge.
is it to request the aid of your services to make a portal? Just a quote.
I don't have an exact number.
Are we talking thousands, favors?
I'm sorry, I must ask. What is your name?
Oh, me, Balin Whitehawk, at your service.
Ah,
And I'm Doff Brimble Bramble.
right, yes. I only know footfalls. Might as well learn all your names.
Finrick.
All right.
This is my trusty companion, R2D2.
I don't get the joke.
Star Wars.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. I thought you, Eric, was saying that, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to fucking disown you.
I mean, it would depend on how far and whether or not you want it to be here or not, and other things. How big? What do you have in mind?
Oh, just maybe a small couple-person portal. We have some orcish compatriots down, and I tell her where the camp is. So
Ah,
somewhere
yes.
in that general area. There was
Could be
a
done.
recently, shall we say, abandoned castle that might be worth. I kind of look at my party and kind of shrug, and might be worth looking into. More permanent.
Ah, you're looking to make a web.
Yes.
It could be done with time. We'll want closer, smaller distance portals. But it's possible.
Interesting. Okay. So looking back at the volcano, footfalls will say to Aaron, right? That's how you pronounce it?
Yes, Aaron.
Say to Aaron, proceed with your smithing. I will speak with our neighbor soon.
Very well. Well, you've all had a long journey. Do you need me to expedite it?
Please, we can rest while you work.
Oh, well, if you're going to rest, then I won't.
Nah.
was going to recharge his prayer beads.
Wait,
Cool.
you can do that? I thought it just took time.
Power. Time is a form of power.
Can others learn how to do this?
Theoretically, but the amount of power you'd need is honestly, I think a little beyond you at this point.
Is this portal smith supposed to be like level 3 or something? Like, isn't this portal smith supposed to be like level 3 or something?
No, I rolled randomly and you got an ally, a special ally.
Okay. What does that mean?
It means that they are more powerful.
Okay. That's cool. Is that part of the like followers rules?
It is.
Oh.
I just, on a whim, was like, what am I gonna get if I roll?
Okay.
You rolled well. Or
Great. I rolled really well, guys. I did it.
Woo! Good job.
Yeah. Yeah, you notice like a little bit of condescension in her tone, but like she's still kind of pleasant.
Will we know what species she is, by the way? Curious.
Make some sort of roll.
Oh boy. Open my character sheet.
Anyone can make like some sort of intelligence or wisdom or charisma roll. Not charisma. That would make sense.
Like
Unless you were like, hey,
insight or a history?
what's up?
Flat charisma could work. Insight, history, arcana, religion, any of that.
Oops.
Yeah. You did pretty good.
Yeah. So. We got 3 insights, 4 insights.
Sure, why not?
Do you want me to roll history instead?
No, I want this. So she is a Goliath. They're a mountain species, not usually found in. So Crake might know them because he lives in the cold mountains up north, but Crake's dead.
Crake. Okay.
Never heard of.
Yeah. But they're not normally blue skin, right?
No, normally they're gray, purple. She's definitely more of a blue hue. And you can definitely tell, while she looks like a Goliath, she might be something else. Like she's shape changed into a Goliath.
Okay.
Oh. She's a dragon.
She's a fire giant.
She's Promir Ladaziva. No, she's not. She's not Promir.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, maybe I guess for Falls will just straight up ask, can you tell me something about yourself?
I could. I will. I'm not from around here. I may seem that I know a lot, but that is from a lifetime of experience. In truth, I know almost nothing about this place.
I'm going to go very wide-eyed, and I'm just going to kind of like point up at the sky and be like, Are you
She
like
winks.
not from around here? Oh boy.
Where are you from?
The name wouldn't mean anything.
A direction, then.
Up.
Up and away. Perhaps then you are familiar with the happenings in Lake Skoga.
Not specifically.
Okay, so part Goliath, part Endorian. Yeah, I think we're good for now for this scene. We can like, this is gonna be a recurring character, so I don't want to like go through
Yeah.
everything right now. We can talk with her again later. Just got to do.
Why didn't that work?
It's
Because
/W.
And there's a drop down when you start typing the name of the person, so you should be able to select their name. So that's how you know it's working.
Okay.
Say, if you know him, say hi to Onarth Deorathur.
I haven't the slightest clue who that is.
That's somewhat more reassuring, at least.
Good. Well, if you know him, say hi to Baldock.
Do I know that name?
You don't.
I'm afraid I don't know that name, but if I ever meet someone by that name, I'm sure I will say hello. For you.
Oh, don't worry about it. He doesn't know me. Well, I've got a lot of work to get started on. I'll see you around.
All right. Footfalls mimics her original bow, and yeah, we part ways.
Cool.
So when we're
sorry.
out of earshot, I would like to turn to everyone else and be like, yeah, she's not from this world.
Are you saying this girl is out of this world?
Yes. I mean, I've been to other worlds, and she's probably from one of those other.
Great.
Cool. So
Wonderful.
you fly back to Zarnemsa, and
Yeah.
we've introduced both of Footfalls' followers. Now we can introduce both of Daftoff's followers, because he's had one of them for a while and has not met her yet.
Correct.
So Daftoff, what do you do when you get back?
Oh, did Footfalls like hide the thing? Did he do the thing?
Oh yeah,
he didn't.
like yeah. So yeah, at some point while we're doing there, we would go find a place in the rookery and hide it. I don't know how specific we want to get about this.
When it matters, I will ask you about it.
Okay. Cool. And because I think also we're gonna have to have like a new layout for the rookery anyway. So like for a map.
Yeah, we'll probably want to like redesign that.
Yeah, there's enough renovations going on that we can just invent it again from
Yeah.
scratch.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, Doptop, what do you do when you get back? Where do you go?
I don't know. Probably first check in with what's the name of the guy who's sick right now? Not weapons master, but something.
The Marshal?
Marshal, thank you. Yeah, check in with the Marshal. Let him know that we're back because it's been a while.
Right.
Not a super long while, but like a couple weeks probably, or at least a week. And then go to the temple, which is presumably close to its first level stronghold construction at this point, 4-ish days away.
Yes. I thought it was done.
It is done.
It will be done for the next mission, right, Gabe?
No, because we took it took a few days, this mission.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess.
So it actually is done by now.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I was actually keeping track of the days in these past few sessions, and it finished while we were away.
Yeah, this mission was at least 10 days.
Yeah, and we needed like 4. So yeah.
So one of them, I don't have a picture for, oddly enough. Maybe it got deleted. There is on the steps of, they're just both there. At the steps of your temple, there is a nun, I think a human nun, who is trying to bar the entrance of a rhinoceros.
Okay.
And yelling at this dwarf that is wearing like this red armor, mostly padded armor, but it's like got a couple bits of metal here and there. And you see he's got like this like lance off to the side and an axe hanging off the rhinoceros's saddle. He's just like pushing the rhinoceros in while she's pushing it back out. And they're just screaming at each other.
Dovtov, weary from his travels, but he kind of walks up to it and says, "Oh, what's going on here?"
And the nun just looks so relieved that you're here. Also, I neglected to mention this is a woolly rhinoceros, not just a regular one.
Of course.
She looks so relieved. It's like, oh, Dovtov, thank God you're here. Thank God you're here. This brute has been trying to get this beast into your temple. And the guy stops pushing for a moment and looks at you. He's like, and this lass is trying to prevent me from pushing my beast into the temple. It's kind of annoying when I don't have a place to put Relgrim. And they just start bickering again.
Right. And Dovtov kind of holds up his hands and says, why? Well, we have a perfectly serviceable stable area for all mounted beings. Why must she come into the temple?
I won't let Relgrim stay with the frogs and the horses.
Is there anything you will let her stay with?
Me.
And you must come into the temple.
Oh, yeah? Oh, right. My name is Sir Thulthram Vorthram. And he, expects you to know what that means.
Yeah, Dovtov stares blankly. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Dovtov Rimble Bramble.
I know. That's why I'm here.
Oh, you know me.
Oh, right. Um, I'm here to pledge my service to you.
I'm not really soliciting service from anybody right now. Thank you, but I mean, if
Well,
you
that's
want
too
to,
bad because I've already done it. I know you're a worshipper of Yoragalan.
Of
I,
course.
Valkuna. One and the same. We are both priests of death.
I mean, the arbitration between death and life. Yes.
Right. Not death, but death. Valkuna is of oaths, death, and birth. And Yoragalan is of something like that.
Accurate. But why me?
I've heard many tales of the great Toff Brimble Bramble. If I can
Toff.
serve him, I would be very happy.
Duff,
Footfalls.
yeah, are they
whispers,
still here with me? Is it like I was gonna say like
They
Duff
can
like kind
be.
of like gets big and like looks around and is like at the party
Yeah.
but nobody's there.
No,
You're like, oh.
I'm gonna
I'm
give
definitely
you a
there,
thumbs
and-
up. Like, yeah.
No. Footfalls whispers so that the guy can hear, but says it repeats it in his voice, saying, "The mighty Doff Brimble Bramble."
And then the other, the nun is like, you can't seriously be considering this, can you?
Well, I mean, he's a worshipper, not of a faith in the halfling pantheon, but seemingly one that aligns with us. I would never turn away a fellow worshipper of the gods. We did just have it renovated and fortified, so I'm sure we could find some sort of space for a larger creature than intended. I mean, I'm small, but not all the spaces are small.
She kind of just like sighs exasperatedly. It's like, oh no, this thing's gonna be inside. And she realizes, oh right, we've never met, but I've been tending to the church. I'm Sister Belphabe Katona. And she like shakes her hand vigorously. Well, you've been
Yeah.
gone for the past, I don't know. I've been taking care of this place. Serving
Yes.
you the way he, for some reason, wishes to.
So she's been here since we started construction on the stronghold?
She
more or
slipped
less?
in partway through.
Alright.
You just like never met her.
Never met her, never noticed her, was too focused on
Yeah, you were kind of distracted by your crisis of faith.
crisis of faith. Yeah. Duff says like, "Oh, well, thank you for your service. I'm sorry that I haven't met you. I've been a little bit preoccupied with a holy task of sorts, and I am proud to announce that I have not succeeded on said task, but I am resolved and resolute that we will one day maybe find a solution to the crisis that ails me."
So Belphabe gives a very worried smile, attempting to reassure you, and Fulthrum gives a very large belly laugh at how like partway absolute you are. Like, good. I hope to see this through.
Yes, Yorgon put a bunch of vampires in our way, but we took them out, and that reset the balance between life and death a little bit. So I feel my connection stronger than ever.
Good. Well, if you don't mind, could the two of you help me push Relgrim in? She doesn't seem to like doors. And he begins
Even open
pushing, and I
doors.
think we just cut the scene there. Whether or not Relgrim lives in the temple or not, that can be decided later.
There's a stable,
She won't
He
stay.
already said she can't stay in the stable.
but
He refuses. She stays with him.
Then he can stay in the stable.
No, that would be too smelly. Yeah, I think that is the session, unless anyone wants anything to do before they leave. Kit, you might want to stick around after the call ends.
Yeah, there's a couple things I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay. Do you mind if we record them?
No, go right ahead.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, if we're just, I don't know that. Do we get XP for this little thing?
No, this was just like tying up loose ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
You met your followers.
Got a lot of experience last time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think some of you leveled up 3 times.
That's right.
Or
there
like
was one of.
Will. So
Yeah.
like, no, you don't need XP for this.
I know. I try to get every little bit I can.
I know.
Yeah. No, this is cool.
Yeah, thank you for joining me.
You guys have a session tomorrow? Is that right?
Yeah, I stupidly said yes to that. But I'm most of the way ready.
Cool.
Plus, it's probably going to be a 2-parter, so I can, focus on part 1 and then do part 2 next week.
Yeah. Dave, there was something I wanted to mention. I was looking over the stronghold rules, and it's not the way that we had discussed it earlier. You can use each one of the stronghold actions once, but you don't have to choose between them. You can use all of them once between long or short rest.
Okay. Yeah, that's good, but like, well, I guess no, that's really good for the whatchamacallit, the
Hit dice?
the temp hit points and hit dice.
I should probably look at what you guys get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eric, we might need to rectify this one a little bit. I mean, it's literally written in the book that says like these are not balanced.
Yeah.
And that's
And
kind
I
of the
don't
intention.
expect them to be balanced, but like,
But like this like kind of purposefully, not purposefully, but it like distinctly conflicts with some of the stuff that we have in rules for.
okay, yeah, I'll take a look at it. I have the book in
It's-
my drawer.
Yeah, it's not so much that it conflicts with the rules, just that it's assuming that long rests are 8 hours as opposed to having like this downtime thing.
I mean, not even that. Like I'm talking about like the specific thing in our game where like instead of recovering half of your hit dice on rest, you recover 2. Right.
Right.
Yes, because now Doftov has an ability where he can just restore everyone's hit dice.
If I'm in the same hex as the temple and once per long rest, effectively.
So
Okay.
So
that basically means that
for every session.
after every session we can restore all the hit points.
Everyone always
If I'm
gets
there.
all their hit dice. Okay, that's
and 30 temp hit points.
as well. So at the start of every mission that we start at Zermensa, we can get that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I will definitely look at that and make adjustments.
Yeah. Also, Dave and I were talking about the legendary resistance mechanic,
Yes.
and Dave was bringing up it was a long discussion, and basically what it comes down to is we're thinking it would be nice if we got warning ahead of time that a enemy was going to have legendary resistance.
Yeah.
Just because of the way that D&D sets up, rolling really well when you're fighting a boss and then being like, hell yeah, or seeing a boss roll really poorly on a save
Yeah.
and going, hell yeah, and then suddenly it doesn't
I get
happen.
that. Yeah.
So
Like the mechanic that I have an issue with isn't that like, oh, they rolled really poorly, but they have this special ability that lets them re-roll. It's they have a special ability that just lets them do it, and there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do, and you've already expended resource. Like the great hero moments of like everybody crowding around a table and waiting on a roll to happen, and it's great or it's bad, and like that's what they wanted or what they didn't want, and then it's just like
Yeah, it just like
built-in
cuts that
mechanic
out,
that cancels
and
it.
it's not as fun. I would agree with that.
Yeah, so just letting us know ahead of time. We're not really asking for like a change in the mechanic.
Yeah,
Just
like so you can
letting us
better
know.
plan, because you guys probably haven't read most of the monster manual while I have. So even if I were a player, I'd be like, oh, this guy's got legendary resistance. I would know what to do, and you guys probably don't.
Right. I mean, we're getting to the point where we're high enough level that we can just kind of assume that it's a boss. It's going to have legendary resistance. But still, it would be nice to know ahead of time.
It's kind of up in the air. There are some like lower level bosses, like vampires, not even like vampire lords, just like a vampire has legendary resistance, but like some demons, like high level demons, don't.
Right.
So it's like,
yeah,
it's
sometimes demons are just, okay.
Though I will tell you, Drolnoth is going to have legendary resistances.
Well, he's on our side, so it's okay.
Right, he's on your side.
If you believe that he's on your side, boy, do I have something to sell you.
Dot does not believe he is on our side.
Good.
And before I get to level 11, I wanted to reconfirm. That's actually pretty soon, actually, because I was like pretty close to level 10 last time, and then I got the remaining XP I needed for that, and I went deep into level 10 as a result. So Eric, I wanted to reconfirm the thing that you said was okay way back at level 3. That the house rules we did for Monk. Because level 11 is when that one comes up.
What was the house rule?
Let me get the exact word.
Was that the one where you regenerate key points?
No, that's level 20.
Okay.
It's in the Discord.
Crippling Strike?
Yeah, that's the one.
At 11th level, your understanding of key energies allows you more to manipulate the key of other creatures. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike or one of your monk weapons, you may spend 1 key point to give that creature disadvantage on one type of saving throw of your choice for 1 minute or until you choose to end the effect early.
Yeah.
I can see how that would be very abused.
That's the whole point.
And why Wizards of the Coast didn't do that.
I mean, they have that sort of thing for other, like for spells and for other abilities, which is where I got the idea from.
Yeah, but like,
yeah,
you have so many key points and you regenerate them on short rests.
No, the regeneration is, well, okay, sorry, you're not talking about
like,
yeah. I mean, if you wanted to raise the price of this, make it 2 key points, something like that.
I'm kind of thinking 3.
The thing about that is because later on, I'm going to unlock a bunch of more abilities that are going to cost 4, 3, 8 key points each.
Okay.
That it would add up.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I haven't.
Could you give it a roll?
That could be interesting. But 2 is probably good, but I feel like that's too few. Because disadvantage on one type of saving throw for 1 minute basically means they're going to be stunned for a whole minute.
No, because it's not like, okay. I mean, we just did the whole legendary resistance talk, but also
Yeah.
they re-roll each time to save. Like I need to reapply stun each time, so I'm spending an extra key point each time I'm doing that
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
with,
true.
with my
But
stun.
they have disadvantage each time.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's spending a key point each time. All right, that makes sense.
Right. So to get that the first time would require 2, and each additional time would require another 1. Plus those points you're spending for Flurry of Blows.
Yeah.
I think what we might have to do is each hit can only apply one of these effects. So you wouldn't be able to do crippling and stunning strike at the same time. You would have to hit, crippling strike, hit, stunning strike.
Sure, but I get multiple attacks.
Yeah, you get multiple
Return,
attacks.
so
like that's fine.
Yeah.
But like this
Yeah.
balances out a
that
bit
was
more.
my intention. I guess it's been worded that way, but I that was kind of my intention was when I hit, that's what I do, and then the next attack I would apply.
Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
as written,
Mhm.
you can apply whatever you want as long as you have key, which I think is a lot.
Right. So how do we word that?
This ability cannot be
Used at the same
combined
time.
with another key manipulation
During the same
on that
attack.
during the same
Yeah.
attack.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, during the same attack.
Yeah, something like that.
Sure. Just add it here.
Cool.
Oh, also, do we ever clarify for attunement slots? Are they 3 locked, or is it proficiency?
I don't think we did. I think it was 3 locked. Because I think Artificer class gets the special ability that they can have as many as their proficiency.
Right.
And just confirming, we're changing it to key points, right?
To 2 key points, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You had mentioned that none of the none of the loot that we got in Castle Von Ire required attunement, except for maybe the weapons. I don't remember.
I don't believe, off the top of my head, the ring does. The horn does not. The other ring of wishes, I don't remember. So the ring of telekinesis
think it
does. Like Daybreaker and Ire's armor, those will. But like all that minor stuff, nah, that wouldn't require attunement. Also, I added the stats that your stuff gives to your character sheets.
I saw that. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I already applied mine.
Yeah,
Did you
I
reapply
noticed.
it?
No, I made sure that I didn't reapply it.
Okay, just making sure.
So
Oh,
I might be at or exceeding my limit of attunement items at this point. Then
okay.
How many? What's your proficiency?
well, it doesn't matter. Eric just said it's 3 regardless.
Oh, okay. I thought we had decided.
I don't remember that, but it sounds kind of familiar. I remember
us
coming
talking
up.
about
I
it,
don't
but
think
I'm
we
not
ever
sure if
rolled
we
it.
ever made a
Yeah.
decision.
Oh, okay. I thought we got the go ahead, but I could be misremembering. I don't know.
Because I have the
How many
ring,
do you
the,
have?
the precognition viewer, and the shield towers is an attunement, right?
Is it?
I don't know. It doesn't say on the thing.
Let me check my notes. It's a magic item I made up.
It's a +1 shield,
It is a +1 shield.
but I have not yet used the ability, though I thought about it in the last one. I wanted to send me and an enemy crashing into the ceiling.
That would have been pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't write down that it requires attunement, so it doesn't.
I'm at 2.
Cool. Mike,
Yes.
I would like to point out that Fenric is feeling sick.
Oh yes. Okay.
Just
what-
so that you don't forget that.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the thing that we were talking about that he needs to deal with. So the next time you go on a mission, don't pick something from the job board.
Is he at slow death 1 of 12?
He may be. Yes. Yes.
Okay. All
Does
right.
that impart any sort of gameplay ramifications? this
No. Not until you get to 12.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Have you seen the movie Alien?
Oh. Well, that might. I mean, that's a companion.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a couple of questions too. Mostly like I was thinking about. I got a whole bunch of monies. I was thinking about trying to upgrade wound possibly, and then like trying to requisition some magic items.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't like. How would I go about doing that?
I am also curious about this.
If you talk with Lumos Pat or any of his friends, they can get you magic items. It takes time, so you'll do it as your downtime action, and then the next time you play, I'll have come up with the item that you described, but it'll probably be different.
How does that differ from the method of like filling a clock to find a magic item?
That you can be more specific and like get a specific item.
As opposed to Lumos Pat, who will give you what?
Something in the vicinity. Like
okay.
anything Lumos Pat gives you is gonna have something weird about it.
Okay, so he's not really competing with Amazon Prime here.
No.
Okay.
It's more like, do you want to spend more time looking for the item, or do you want to just like ask Lumos Pat to get it for you?
Well,
looking for the item?
Because you got to do like a clock, a project clock to requisition an item.
Okay. And is that something you would spend downtime actions like?
Yeah, you would roll
Okay,
2d6,
okay.
and then like fill in ticks. When you fill in the ticks, that's when your order comes through. Essentially.
And how many ticks on the clock depends on the rarity of the magic item?
Yeah.
Is that? I couldn't find it on the table. Is that on a specific table?
I don't think we have a table for it.
I don't think I ever actually codified the rules.
Should probably
To be perfectly honest.
We have enough gold now that we kind of want to do it. So
Yeah. All right, I'll write a note down so I do that at work. Don't tell my boss.
yeah, definitely don't post this on YouTube.
My boss
be
doesn't
for
look at my
tomorrow.
YouTube channel.
Mike, right?
What's that?
Wouldn't be for tomorrow because we need to level up.
Yeah, no.
Right. Plus, I got other things that I got to plan at work.
And then you mentioned upgrading wounds. How would we go about upgrading magic items? Would that just be a similar
Upgrading magic
requisition?
items, you would want a shard, and then just money.
Okay.
We each got shards.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that, right?
Yeah, we
No.
each got.
Somebody might have left. I think Kid had left at that point.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone got a shard.
Yeah. Part of the loot was
yeah.
4 shards, so we each got 1.
Yeah, so if you wanted to upgrade wound, that would definitely be possible. But that would take
Okay.
downtime.
All right. And for upgrading, what does that like? What does that look like? Do you like?
Because he has
do you
ideas.
set the parameter? Yeah, I have ideas, and I was like, are you like, obviously I don't want to break anything, but I
So
was just wondering, like,
send me your ideas,
okay,
and I will read them, and I will get back to you. But I kind of want to go to bed soon.
gotcha.
All right. Was there any other housekeeping?
Yeah. I just one more. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
I was just wondering if I could. I never switched over to the Unearthed Arcana version of the Ranger. I was wondering if I could do.
You cut out.
Oh, sorry. I was wondering if I could switch over to the Unearthed Arcana version
Yeah, sure.
of the Ranger. Awesome. Okay, cool.
There's
Just because
also the feature variant version. If you want to look at that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll
There's
take a
some
look.
New stuff that came out.
Is that where did that come out?
About a month ago, I think.
Was that with the new book, the Eberron book?
No, it was just feature variants, like class feature variants.
Huh.
The Ranger got like 3 or 4 pages of stuff. The Rogue got 1 thing. But yeah, all the
Although it's a
classes.
pretty damn awesome one thing.
It is
Where
pretty
can I
damn
find
awesome.
this?
You can use your bonus action to get advantage.
Yeah, to get advantage on your next strike.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
It automatically, it's cunning action aim, so it automatically gives you sneak attack if you haven't used your sneak.
Hey, Mike, when you take your rogue levels, you want to do that, all right? Just definitely want to do that.
Yeah, there are enhancements and replacements. I think that one's an enhancement, so you just can pick to get that.
Wow. Where can I find these rules?
Just on the Unearthed Arcana.
You just search class feature variant D&D.
Yeah, they
That's
also
the
came
first one
out
that
with
popped
like
up.
a bunch of new subclasses. They came out with something else recently too.
So we're free to integrate some of this UA stuff into our class builds.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, sounds like a plan.
I might regret that, but I already regret footfalls, so.
We all regret footfalls.
Look, you regret all my characters because they always are powerful, and that's just how I roll, okay?
Right, yeah, this isn't an insult. You're a power gamer. But you
Yeah.
like making strong characters.
Uh-huh.
That's
It's
totally
a lot of
fine.
fun.
And I like letting you. Cool.
Wait, what?
So I think that's where we're gonna call it. Everyone, please leave because I've got one last thing to do with Kit alone.
Okay.
Signing off.
All right. Have a good night.
See some of
Night.
you tomorrow.
Good one.
Yes, I'll be
Yeah.
Not me.
Bye, Gabe.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
All right, we're alone. Good. So, do you want
Yes.
to tell the audience?
So, audience, last session, since I was in very bad straits and have was bit by vampires. As it turns out, I actually got turned into a vampire,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm excited about because I've never done anything like this before. Like
Yeah.
I was going for, some kind of vague immortality with Crake, but it was vague and people knew about this, but now I got a secret.
Yes. Now you have a secret class.
Which, by the way, this something hurts.
That goes away.
Yeah, I figured because I'm guessing that was some kind of sickness.
Yeah, that was a disease. And I'm pretty sure you're immune to diseases now.
Yes, I am. I'm immune to a lot of things now.
Yeah.
I don't age, don't require food or water, don't suffer exhaustion unless it's a class feature.
Yes.
Resistant to necrotic damage, vulnerable to radiant. I'm gonna have to buy a cloak.
You can also use the shadow umbrella in the armory.
What's that do?
It is a large sun umbrella that you can stick in the ground, and it casts darkness on its space.
I'm gonna take that, but I'm also going to get a cloak because
Yeah.
I don't want to carry around an umbrella.
Yeah, and like I'm not too often gonna be like, oh well, it was sunny today, so you took damage. It's like, I do need to ask you though, how do you want to go about keeping this a secret? Because your character sheet is open to the public.
It is, and I don't know how to hide things like that.
Okay, what we could do is create a second character sheet that only you can look at. And you
Let's
can...
do that.
Okay. I'm gonna duplicate your character then. And edit the whose journal it is in. And who can
Yeah,
edit it.
okay.
Okay. So now we have Phelan Wytalk, vampire. And what I do recommend, just to keep up appearances, upgrade both. So like when you level up Phelan Wytalk, and then also level up Phelan Wytalk vampire.
Right.
And also maybe delete the vampire stuff from regular Phelan.
I'm just doing that now.
Nice.
Speaking of, one of the things I was wondering about. Okay, that's all gone. Is where is it? All right.
What are you
First of
looking
all,
for?
one second. I actually just had it, and then on the requirement of drinking blood, because it does not specifically say whether or not in the class that I have to drink blood regularly. Because the
Right.
way they did it is instead I have less hit dice, but every time I drink blood, I get more hit dice.
Yes.
So in the weeks that pass between sessions, do I just kind of not have to drink blood? Or do I have to find a source?
I'd say you don't have to.
Okay.
Like, when you want to heal up, you need blood. And also, can you get cured by cure wounds?
I cannot.
Okay.
In fact, I believe I actually get hurt by cure wounds.
Really?
That may be a 3.5.
I think that's a
thing,
3.5 thing. I'm gonna look at Dovtov's spell list. Oh, no, I'm not, because he might be looking. I'm gonna look at...
Okay, it does not. It just says it has no effect.
Okay.
So if he casts it on me, I'm going to pretend like he did, but not actually have it do anything.
Okay. Sure.
Also, I just realized something.
Yeah.
Shit. They're still there. Because I was going to say, if we put Phelan Whitehawk Vampire onto the game board, will it show up as vampire?
I will go into another map and figure that out. Pretty sure it'll just say Phelan Whitehawk because I made a copy. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back. I need to step up for like 30 seconds.
Okay, go for it. Fuck.
And I'm back.
Okay.
So does it just say Phelan Whitehawk if we move the vampire one on?
Yeah, so it uses the same token. Uses the token from Phelan Whitehawk. But I realized when you do rolls, it's gonna show up. Oh, it's just. Oh, maybe when you just attack. When you attack, I think it's gonna show up as Phelan Whitehawk, vampire. So what I did was I nixed the vampire part of your name and just put it in the description of the character sheet. And hopefully you can tell the difference between them in your journal.
I can see that now. Yep. So I'll make sure to open up the Phelan Whitehawk. This one is a vampire when I log in.
I mean, you might want to have both, but I don't know. Do whatever you
We'll
want to
see.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it'll just it'll work out now.
Yeah. Also, Phelan just got a huge power boost. I mean, like, insane power boost.
Yeah, you're a fucking vampire now.
Yeah, like, all of my stats got a boost.
If I ever tell you to take an amount of damage and don't take into account resistance or the other one, vulnerability.
Yeah.
I need you to just do that for me.
I can do that. I'll keep in mind the necrotic and
yeah.
And like, if I get hit with a spell, I'll just be like, oh yeah, is that necrotic or is that radiant, or
Yeah.
depending on the situation.
Cool. And yes, we talked about it in the Whispers. Tatiana is alive and is like semi-psychically able to manipulate you.
Okay.
So like, if you want to do something that she is like not about, that might prevent you from doing it. It might be a will save. It might be something.
Okay.
Though telling people I am a vampire, not allowed.
Okay. Oh, that's really nice. Each turn, I get 1 hit point regain
Yeah.
because of my enduring soul. Okay, I might have to put a couple more points on my next level. On my next time I get a ability modifier into Constitution.
Yeah.
See, because the thing was with the vampire bloodline, I was really torn because Knight makes a lot more sense for my character
Right.
because it gives me that two wheel.
Yeah.
But I'm actually thinking, and I want to get your opinion on this, of whether I should change it to the spellcaster, because Tatiana to me felt much more like a spellcaster bloodline than a
I mean,
fighter.
bloodline is just like what they call subclasses. Like,
Okay.
you don't have to follow your sire's bloodline.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
It's
that makes
just
more
a-
sense.
It's like the martial archetype or the wizard school or the bard college. It's just that.
All right. Then I'm going to keep this.
Yeah, like just do what you want to do, because that's what's fun.
Though, the next level I take in this, I do get, spellcasting, so.
Yeah, and all vampires are partial spellcasters.
And I think once Phelan starts to, how shall we say, embrace the vampire lifestyle more, because he's not like a big fan of it right now, but I think over the next little bit, he's going to become more and more partial to it.
Okay.
There is the option for me to turn my rogue levels into vampire levels.
Oh, really? Cool.
There is. It's
Okay.
part. Like if you can choose to reject your old past, you can, like in case of me, if I started at level 6 and 7 instead of level 1, in order to get the full benefits, I can do that too. So maybe once I get a few more levels in vampire, I'm going to do that.
Oh shit. I was gonna put this in the chat, but then everyone would know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to share that with the audience.
Can you whisper it just to me?
Oh, I can, yes.
And then the audience will see it anyways.
Yeah. Did that work? Okay, good.
It did.
Yeah. So that's where I found this. I found it a couple of years ago, and I've never actually used it. But it's pretty well made.
It is. I really like it. And it is very very well made, and honestly I'm really excited for it.
Good. I'm so glad you're excited. Because I wanted someone to be a vampire. But then everyone's like, nah, let's kill Darius. I'm like, oh, fine. Yeah.
So also the thing with the portal that I'm saying it's to, get in closer contact with the orcs and start to expand our web. But it's also going to be a bit more of a personal thing for me, because I would like to get to investigate Castle Von Eyre more myself.
Right.
And if you like the idea, eventually maybe take it over as part of my stronghold, like how Crake had the tower, Doftoff has the temple,
Footfalls has the monastery.
Football has the
Rookery.
monastery, the Rookery. Eventually, I could get Von Eyre.
That would be pretty cool. You might have to get Tatiana out of the way. But
I'm planning on it.
okay.
I think that's going to be one of my goals, is to kill Tatiana for true, so I can have
So
my own.
to be clear, you cannot harm Tatiana, and you cannot disclose that she is alive. You can imply that there are vampires still there and that you want to go kill them, but as a vampire, she is your sire and she does have enough control that you can't actually hurt her.
Okay, so I'm going to have to get people to kill her for me.
Yes.
Okay. I have to figure out a way to do that.
Mm-hmm. And I look forward to finding out what you come up with. Like, vampires are all in for the backstabbing, but that's why they're not able to actually do it.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Now I'm going to have to figure out a way to get people there without me.
Yeah.
Or if I was there to conveniently not be there when they engage Tatiana.
Right.
Do I know if any of the other vampires are still alive, or can I infer that they are?
You don't know. You can infer whatever you want. The only reason you know Tatiana's alive is because of your connection to her.
Right. I need a way to get a Castle Von Eyre quickly and without causing notice.
Yes.
See, that's why I was talking about that with that portal mage.
Yeah. I think Aaron could very well help you out to get to Castle Von Eyre quickly.
Do you know what it would cost?
No. I have no idea. But I will look into it and get back to you.
Alrighty then.
Also, I might suggest talking about going back and killing vampires or exploring or whatever, and then dipping out of the mission. Like, say, hey, who wants to go? And then, or have someone else say it, and then just like leave. Like, not go on the mission.
I think I see what you mean. You know, I do. So, I automatically pass all death saving throws.
Nice.
I cannot die if I don't get killed with a stake.
Or in sunlight.
or in sunlight. Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Could, if I did go to Von Eyre to kill the vampires again, could I somehow flub it secretly between you and me so I get hit and go down? No, that would be that's too much.
I mean, like, if I say, does this hit, you can just say yes, and then you'll take damage.
Oh my god, this is so much fun.
Yeah. This is the kind of thing that me and Patrick were doing when we were, like, planning him betraying you all for the live stream. Except he fucking betrayed me. But yeah, like, this kind of back and forth, because, like, now you have secret information that other people don't have, and you're kind of working with the party, but also you've got influences outside of the party that are not with you.
Yep, and I got my own goals that might not run alongside the party's goals.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I am not going to be stepping foot in that temple anytime soon.
Which temple?
The temple.
Dovtov's temple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because undead temple.
I think as long as you're invited in, you should be fine.
True, but there's going to be clerics and might be
Yeah.
clerics and pal.
Why risk it?
Exactly. Yeah, or I mean, hell, it's not like I have enough money. I could probably build my own castle,
Probably.
but I want to use that money for something else.
Yeah.
No, I definitely want Castle Von Eyre. So my goal right now is I have to come up with a way to get Castle Von Eyre.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm trying to think. I might buy a magic item or something soon. Just to
Okay.
let you
Yeah, I mean, you do still have to take the level up downtime action to level up.
Yeah. Can you bring me to the world map if possible?
Yes. Keep in mind, there are eyes on us.
Yes. Yeah, a portal to Castle Von Eyre would be perfect.
Okay.
How far will the scouting like for a downtime action, could I go to Castle Von Eyre, check it out, and come back? Or is that too long?
That's too long. It has to be somewhere that you can reasonably get to in a short amount of time.
Fair enough.
Like, when the portal's done, the rookery is fine. And I'll probably just say the portal is ready next session.
Okay. And
like-
it's 1 day of travel per hex, correct?
Depends. I think, what was it? On roads, it's 4. Wilderness is 2 hexes. So, roads, you can go 4 hexes. Wilderness, you can go 2 hexes in a day. And, like, hard terrain, like a deep forest or a mountain, that's 1 hex per day.
Yeah, it would take me the whole week just to get to Von Eyre.
Yeah, you're not going to walk there. It's 2. Oh yeah, and marshes are also 1 day.
And the train's only running out to the east. Sorry, to the west.
Yes.
Could I get it somehow to run to the west?
Yeah, you could start that. You take a train job mission.
All right, and how? Okay. I think the portal is going to be the quickest way to do it right now.
Probably.
So I need to find some way to get. So okay, I'm just working it out loud and through. So I need to find some way to reasonably let people know that vampires are still around in Castle Von Eyre without them suspecting that I'm a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get a group together to go and kill the vampires in Castle Von Eyre for real this time without them knowing that I'm a vampire
Yes.
and without being... Ideally, without me being there.
Have you deduced why Tatiana is still alive?
I'm guessing it's because we didn't stake her, or we didn't kill her when the sunlight was going. I can't remember.
Basically, both. Like, you need to do either or. And you didn't do that.
Yeah, I think we just killed her when Doptop wasn't in view or something like that.
It was after it was dispelled.
That's right. So... Okay. I need to take a quick note. Okay. Can I, as a downtime action or several downtime actions, hire outside mercenaries?
Yes.
But I wouldn't be completely sure on how
Right.
well they...
You wouldn't know how well they did, and you'd have to give them any special equipment that they might need.
All right. And then, once Tatiana I know is dead, then I can get a portal to Von Eyre.
I mean, you can get a portal to Von Eyre before that, but you'd have to go there with Aaron, probably.
Exactly, and portals work two ways.
That's true.
I'd rather make sure the castle is clear,
Yeah.
so vampires don't start coming here.
Well, there's already one.
More than one. Yeah, okay.
Cool.
There's nothing else that I have to do right now.
All right, that's all. I just wanted to make sure we had this conversation. Yeah, I am very excited.
And also, there's a very good reason why I chose the Tomb of Clan Bosch as my next mission. because it is underground.
Okay, that is a good reason. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Me too. So yeah, one of my purchases is just going to be a thick, heavy cloak with a hood.
Okay.
I might see if Lumos Pad can enchant it later to do something else, but I've gotten rid of my leather armor and my AC went up 3 points.
Right. Cool. And there is that umbrella if you need it.
I will take that, so I'm going to grab that. And maybe I might grab a couple of the other armory items if they're any good.
Are you able to edit the armory at all?
View only.
Okay. Then I can just do that for you. So you want the Umbrella of Shadow. That's a stupid name. It should be the Umbral Umbrella.
That is much better.
Just make sure. No. That's Rihanna's umbrella. Yeah, umbrella. Yeah, just let me know.
Also, I'm going to take one of those short swords.
Okay.
Because with my dual wielder, I can have not a small sword.
Oh, that's
Or
awesome.
not a... Yeah, so because I took the dual wielder feat, I can have I get +1 bonus to AC when I'm wielding a separate melee action weapon in each hand. I can use 2-weapon fighting even when the two-handed melee weapons you're wielding are not light. And I can draw or so 2 one-handed weapons when I withdraw 1 normal. And then with the Eternal Weapons Master from the Knight Legacy, I get the fighter 2-weapon fighting style from the fighter class, so I can add my ability modifier to the damage of the second weapon.
Cool.
Here's a question for you. Can I take with my shard Daybreaker and make it into the rapier?
Yes. You'd need to bring it to Lumos Pat, though.
After I level up, that is going to be my next downtime action.
Okay, yeah.
Or we'll see, depending on my other plan.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, I'm excited.
Good. And you took the short sword. You already got that down?
Yep.
And you took the Umbral Umbrella. Did you write that down? I'll just put it here. What's going on?
What's going on?
No, I was gonna put it in your inventory.
Okay, it is already in my inventory.
It is?
Yeah.
No, I mean I was gonna put the description in the inventory so you can look at
Oh,
what it
okay.
actually does. Okay, cool.
Who's Theosil again?
Theosil was the Medusa.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I was a part of that.
Did you not fight the Medusa?
No, I think I might have.
Yeah.
You went to the Temple of Sibyllin. Yeah.
Not even. You were in the Cragmaw cave and she just showed up.
That's right, because she was like, hey,
I think Garth killed her.
Garth. Yeah, it was Garth. Because she was the whole Sibyllin death thing, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I wonder what happened to Colin. I should reach out to him, see what he's up to.
Yeah. Does my alignment take a slide? Or does that not matter?
Not really. Like, I assume you're probably going to be acting a little more chaotic or a little more evil.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
like-
probably what I assume.
Chaotic is more like the backstabbing kind of chaotic. Like you use underhanded tactics or like being shifty.
I'm definitely going to put that in because that's kind of Phelan regardless.
Okay. Yeah. I don't see you becoming evil just yet.
Like if I started kidnapping villagers and using them for blood, then yes, that would.
Yes, that would be an
definitely
evil
fine.
action, and you'd probably become evil until you atoned, but yeah. For now, I wouldn't change your alignment.
Gotcha.
Alright. Cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna go to bed now.
Yes. Go ahead.
It's good talking to you. I will see you tomorrow.
Yes, where Phelan is going to have a lot more fun than he did in the last session.
Good. Bye.
All right, have a good one.
Oh, and I should probably stop recording.